Hi, and welcome to this very impromptu reading. Been pulling through some songs today and some energy, and I want to develop it a bit further because it's very, very interesting. It's about your soul task and who you think you are and who you're not, I want to say, and potentially the people around you and who they think you are and who you're not. And what I want to say is the information about your soul task, what you are here for, what your soul contract is with the man upstairs, what you signed up for, is wrapped in not deceptive energy. When I was setting up for this reading, some memories on my phone from my photos, from years ago, from the 18th of August 2023. It was a photo, a screenshot that I took of a card reading that I did. And the initial image was of a card from my 888 portal deck. And it's the card which is called Kaleidoscope. So when you think about a kaleidoscope, it distorts an image. Perhaps you've got a distorted image of what your soul task is meant to be, or a distorted image of how you're meant to get there. And what I'm sensing, and because in that picture that came up on my phone was this image of this kaleidoscope card, and then over the top of it was the 7 of Swords. Now that can be lying, cheating, stealing, deception, but in this instance it's distortion, or the external distortion of other people of how you will achieve your soul task, or who is, actually that's probably more what it is. Who is capable, who is worthy of this soul task? So I'm going to give you the songs that I was pulling through. I got Avalon. Now that's obviously the story about Avalon, King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table. When you think of King Arthur, he was the boy king who pulled the sword from the stone. Out of all the people that could have pulled that sword from the stone was this young boy. That was fated. Whatever it is that is your soul task is something that is fated. It can't be taken away from you. It's yours and yours alone. Then I got the song The Weight. Now I think that was written in the 1960s by a Canadian singer, and it has been rolled over many, many times, covered by many different artists. But essentially the singer who wrote the song was trying to put a song together, and he was strumming on his guitar. And he looked onto the inside of his guitar and he saw the word Nazareth. Now the first line in that song is, I rolled into Nazareth. But Nazareth was hidden in the guitar. Again, something that's hidden from you, that is yours and yours alone. Now that song has many, many biblical references. I rolled into Nazareth, take a load off Mary. When you think about Jesus, if you think about, the Messiah, you would never think that he was born in a barn. If you think about somebody who is going to have this massive impact on the collective, it's got real hidden in plain sight energy, massive impact on the collective. There's a certain transcript, ideal, a movie story that you would imagine would be that. And whatever this is, whatever your soul task is hidden. That 7 of Swords, hidden in plain sight. That 7 of Swords is about somebody sneaking away in the cover of night. It's hidden. Now that song is also about the singer and the other band members pulled in people from their lives, names of people from their lives. And it's about somebody who goes to the Bible Belt area of America, and he rolls into Nazareth, and he ends up, oh, you're here. Well, while you're here, can you do this for me? While you're here, can you do this for me? While you're here, can you do this for me? All these other jobs that this person was given. And I want to say, but it's not your actual role. The other information from that song was that everybody's trying to be a saint. Everybody's trying to be a saint. Everybody's trying to be the Messiah. Everybody's trying to be Jesus. Everybody's trying to be a prophet and doing all these things. But they will never be, not that they will never be that, because obviously, you know, you want people who are kind and that sort of thing. But I want to say the person who is meant to be that sort of powerful figure within the collective is not somebody who is actively seeking it out. I was getting the word humble. The third song that I got was something like this. Now that's the Chainsmokers and Coldplay. And the lines I was getting was, reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Spider-Man's control, Achilles and his kiss. That song is about not having to be those things. It's almost like everybody's trying too hard to be it, that they don't realize that too hard to be something that they're not, that they don't realize that their true soul's calling is hidden and fated, and it will never miss them. It's almost a relaxed energy. Now, I'm pulling this reading in the afternoon before tomorrow's the 15th, which is the supermoon in Taurus. And we've got a big thunderstorm rolling in. So I'm going to try and pull the reading before the thunderstorm rolls in. The other two cards, and if you've been with me before, the other two energies that I was pulling in were, I've been doing a lot of research into the links between the Bible and specific tarot cards, because I've been getting lots and lots of biblical channeled messages. And I'm no expert by any means. I mean, I went to church every week until I was, 18. But when you're dragged to church, you don't tend to listen. And hey, I was happy to be there. But I was flipping through my little book that I've got, which connects the two. And the pages that opened up to me were the Ace of Wands, which is the story of Moses and the burning bush. It's Exodus 3:4. And that's essentially where God essentially presented himself to Moses in the form of this burning bush. But the bush was on fire, but it wasn't being burnt. Now, if Moses was to think about how God was going to present himself to him, God's going to talk to me tomorrow. I've got a text message. He says he wants me to meet me. He said he wants me to meet him at this particular coffee shop at 10 a.m. Completely different from, well, here I am, I'm God, and I'm a tree that's on fire. The information about your soul task that's written in your soul contract is not going to come to you in the way that you think it's going to come to you. The Ace of Wands is a creative spark. It's not going to come to you in the way that you expect that it will come to you. And more importantly, you don't have to go and find it. It will find you. The other verse that I got from the Bible, and it aligns with the Ace of Cups. And in this context, because this is your soul task, cups would be spiritual. Cups can sometimes be seen as emotions, but in this context, it's spiritual. It's the story of the Samaritan woman at the well. So Jesus spoke to the Samaritan woman at the well, told her that she could fill her cup and there would be enough water for everybody. And so she then went and relayed that message around the town, which then brought more followers to Jesus. And that's John 4:14. It's spiritual wisdom. Part of your soul contract is imparting spiritual wisdom that can be shared around. Again, it's not on some huge big platform, or it's little tiny things. So these are the messages that are coming through. I'm going to pull some cards. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I pick up on energy prior to a reading. I will then come and use my cards to further clarify the message. All of my readings are timeless. Whenever you stumble across this reading, you are meant to find it. Your guides direct you to readings that have specific pieces of information in them, bits of the puzzle that are designed for you to intuitively tap into and use for the big spiritual puzzle that you are putting together as part of your life, your soul contract, your soul task. All of the cards that I use on my channel are my own designs because I'm also an illustrator. If you're called to any of those, the links to them can be found in the description box. So let's get you a card. Let's get one of these. Let's see. An overall energy. The Emperor. The Emperor is Aries energy. Currently the North Node is in Aries. That is our point of destiny. So that's perfect that that card came out. The Emperor takes charge. This is where you will take charge, your soul task in this life. Okay, let's get... Now that's from my Divine Portal Tarot deck. All these little portals that you go through. If you look at the outside of that card, it's all the puzzle pieces. And once you click them all together, and these puzzle pieces come to you. Sometimes you find one, but most of the time, like Moses, they come to you. And you connect all the pieces, and then you swirl around and go into the next phase of getting to this Emperor energy, your soul task. Okay, this is my divine messages. What message, what overall message do your guides have for you in regards to getting to this task? Wish fulfillment. How beautiful. Wish fulfillment is obviously, it aligns with the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is Jupiter in Pisces. When you think of Jupiter, 777, it's luck. But Pisces is spiritual, so it's your spiritual legacy. That was another card that I was seeing in my mind's eye, which is the Two of Pentacles, which is Jupiter and Capricorn. Capricorn is where you build. It's the legacy that you create as part of the soul task that you have when you incarnated on this planet, on this earth, in this lifetime. Let's have a look at what angel is walking with you. Shevakia, reconciliation, peace and harmony. Potentially you've had lots of things happen in your life that have aligned you with this soul task. Now that's 35, which is a number 8. That's the Temperance card. Divine timing. Divine timing that you've come to this reading. 39 on the bottom, heals the sick. Spiritual tasks are more about community, and we are going into a Pluto and Aquarius transit, which is 20 years. Pluto is humanity. So maybe your soul task is coming online during this Pluto and Aquarius transit. As we go through this huge collective awakening, this huge collective healing, I want to say. 39, that angel actually aligns with the Three of Swords. Okay, let's have a look at what energy you are in currently. Actually, let's have a look at the energy around you. The Knight of Wands and the Lovers. The Lovers is Gemini. And the Knight of Wands is Mars and Sagittarius. Coming forward, this angel, that's Sagittarius. It's a soul task you're meant to do with somebody else. Okay, so what I'm picking up here, because what I was asking was, what is the energy around us? We've just had the 1010 portal, which is the soulmate gateway. So a linking up of soulmates. Now, it could be platonic, it could be romantic. The 1111 portal, which was, and we started with my now that is actually the card that I drew for the 1111 portal on the outside. So that is of significance, that is the Emperor card here. Aries energy. I think the moon is in Aries today, actually. That's interesting. And if you look at that card, look. I drew these cards cards years ago. Look, he's got all the puzzle pieces. He's got all the puzzle pieces. He's put the puzzle together. He's filled the hole. Now he can move through the portal. Okay, so what the information that's coming through here is that we are at the phase in this journey where we've got enough of the puzzle pieces to move forward into the next phase of our soul task. Aligning with other people, as I said, platonic, romantic, the Knight of Wands coming forward, taking action, which is Emperor energy. Okay, what's taking action? Oh, you can hear that ambulance. That's a fire engine. And as I was saying that before, that kind of also looks like the burning bush that was on fire. Aries energy is charging forward. That's definitely fire engines. Okay, what's happening on the surface? Yeah. Oh, look at this. 8 of Wands. That's taking action. These two here in this particular deck, this is my Lovebirds Tarot deck. These two here find their strength, find their courage, find their freedom. They work out that part of their soul task is to put love first. Reconciliation, peace and harmony, the angel. To put love first. Now, it can be. It doesn't have to be a relationship. Just take it as it resonates. To put love first. And they take off to start this new beginning together. God, unbeknownst to them, excuse me, God is rooting for them because they are now on their soul task of putting love first. So he turns them into a pair of birds so they can fly away to their freedom, so that they can start the soul task. This pair of birds. You're calling in your soul tribe, but unbeknownst to you, you've got God watching and helping. When you think about King Arthur, he had to pull the sword. He didn't know that he was going to be able to do it. He had to pull the sword out of the stone, which then called in the Knights of the Round Table and everything else that happened within that. And I know it's a legend, but the same with Mary and Joseph going into Nazareth. It's almost like a chain reaction that you're unaware of. Because these guys, if they were caught by people that want to keep them out of their soul task, in that particular story, if they were caught, because they weren't meant to come together, they were forbidden actually to be together. And that's the devil. Because at the moment, you might be finding that there are a lot of restrictions because soulmates, soul families are coming into union. Strength, that's God. Soulmates, soul families are coming, and we got the devil there, are coming into union, and that's actually a big problem for the devil because it's raising the vibration of humanity as we roll into this Pluto and Aquarius transit. Okay, what's happening in the soul? The High Priestess. It's hidden. So if you think about King Arthur as a boy, he wouldn't have been aware that he could pull the sword out. Now that's the Ace of Swords. The sword out of the stone. That sword actually, when I was doing my research, that sword actually symbolizes truth, and the stone actually symbolizes in some aspects Christianity, because where that story aligns in that time period, religion was the truth. Queen of Wands there. High Priestess, it's hidden. So it's hidden from King Arthur. Jesus' birth was hidden. but perhaps an inner knowing of a bigger soul task that you know that you have. Or you're aligning with that knowledge. I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths. And perhaps a realization that I want to say the most powerful people actually come from the humblest of beginnings. Okay, let's get a message from the man upstairs. Avalon, Child King. I'm just going through my, what's meant for you will not pass you by. It will come to you. You don't have to find it. Six of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. This is the message from the man upstairs about this situation, about your soul task. Perhaps it comes... The Six of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius. Okay, here we go. Mercury is communication. And the Five of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus. So it's about communication. Taurus, Mother Earth, full moon in Taurus tomorrow. It's just starting to spit now. Might be coming to you in downloads. Things that you connect with. What I want to say here though is, because we've got heals the sick. Potentially it comes to you via some sort of spiritual awakening that you go through after a period in your life where you have felt abandoned, left out, discarded. And for anybody who is empathetic, you could even say, star seeds, you don't come to this earth and have this cushy existence. I want to say you find your soul task through pain, because that's the Three of Swords. What angel is walking with you? You find your soul task through pain. Reconciliation, peace and harmony. Wish fulfillment. And okay. And then you're imparting that knowledge and wisdom to others. You're communicating that knowledge and wisdom to others. Spiritual awakening finds you. Okay. The Devil, through pain, through toxicity that's been in your life that you've had to overcome. Okay, let's have a look at we've already got wish fulfillment, and we know you're stepping into your soul task, whether you're aware of it or not. It's almost like the pain is a stepping stone to your soul task. Something that you have to journey through. The road less traveled, something that you have to journey through. And you can't be, as I said, that song, The Weight. He was talking about the Bible Belt and everybody wanting to be a saint. But when you think about saints actually come from sacrificing themselves. That song, he went to Nazareth. Everybody asked him to do, while you're there, can you do this? It's sacrificing yourself, making a personal sacrifice, emotional, physical, financial sacrifice that you've had to go through, which then aligns you with your soul task. But it's hidden. Little bird there, and God's about to open the door. Okay, the outcome. What's the outcome here? This soul task. Give me more about this soul task. Or you're stepping into it. The Four of Pentacles. That is the Sun in Capricorn. I'm going to get some more. That is being held back. And it's right under this card here. These two, now, this may be a love story. If it's not, just, interplay things. Take the bits that resonate with you. Left down in the cold, these two here are forbidden to be together by a devil energy. Now, we did have the devil energy come out. Where is he? Somewhere. He'll come out again if he's meant to. Held back from their soul task because they had to go through a phase of being restricted, being emotionally manipulated, being sacrificed. And again, it's that whole not being aware that that was part of the journey. Because somebody who is a true saint, somebody who is a true prophet, if you think about somebody like Moses, he was an old man, he had a stutter, he wasn't your typical, he wasn't reading books of old, the legends and the myths, he wasn't your typical looking on the outside external power. He had to be held back to find the power within. Interesting. Okay, on the bottom we've got the King of Wands. To find the power within. That's him individually standing on the stairs after he finds the power within. Okay, let's get the energy around you. It's balancing out. You're coming into balance, reconciliation, peace and harmony. The collective energy is balancing out in order. We've got the moon. People's emotions are balancing out. The moon is Pisces and Neptune, which is spirituality. A spiritual balancing out. The Six of Pentacles is the moon in Taurus. Now, I said before that the Five of Pentacles, did I say that? The Five of Pentacles is the moon in Taurus. No, Mercury in Taurus. That's the Six of Pentacles is the moon in Taurus, which is tomorrow. I think I was talking about the fact that the moon in Taurus was tomorrow. Perhaps some spiritual, the moon in Taurus and the moon. Perhaps the collective energy is that there's going to be some spiritual enlightenment. Perhaps about your soul task that's being ushered in with this full supermoon in Taurus tomorrow. Now, it is also in alignment with the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters. It's also in alignment with huge solar storms that are happening, so light codes, information that's coming through to us, but it's also in alignment with Uranus. If you have a look up at the moon at the moment in the sky, you'll see the moon and then Uranus just slightly to the left of it, to the right of it, sorry. Uranus is the great awakener. The last little bits of the puzzle. Okay, the Eight of Wands. This is what's happening individually to us. This is what's happening collectively. What's happening individually to us. Making moves. King of Cups. That is Neptune in Pisces. Going down to the depths, we're getting the illumination. Neptune is the bottom of the ocean. Pisces again, spirituality. Getting the illumination that we need. The spiritual puzzle pieces that we need in order to make our move. Wow. That's the Nine of Pentacles. That's my card of Mother Mary, but that is the card of freedom. The Nine of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo. Okay, let's have a look at the High Priestess. The Knight of Cups is the moon in Scorpio. Death and rebirth. Hidden though. Moon. High Priestess. And the Six of Swords again, which is here. Which is Mercury in Aquarius. I've got an image of people on the start line. And they're being just held. And then all of a sudden the gates are going to fly open. Let's get some more on this message from the man upstairs. What's meant for you will always find you. The Three of Wands. The Sun in Aries. Aries, the Emperor here. Taking action because of the information. If you look at that card, it's a bird. Taking action. A new beginning. And actually, interestingly, all day today, as I've been watching videos on YouTube, every time I finish watching, I get this. It's a meditation and it's called flying. Maybe I need to sit, maybe I'm meant to get some. We are all collecting puzzle pieces. Maybe I need to stop and take some time out. That's a message for you, to take some time out. If I find that meditation, because I've not watched it, if I find it, I'll link it in the description. Take some time to meditate, to get these light codes coming in. What else? Interesting, flying. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. Your legacy. Because I said before, the Two of Pentacles is your legacy. This is a massive time of change. The Wheel of Fortune, stepping into your soul task. Spiritual fulfillment, because we had up here wish fulfillment. It's spiritual fulfillment. This is what collectively we're stepping into, because those are read with those. Four of Pentacles on the bottom. Yeah, charging forward. That is the Knight of Swords. Mars in Aquarius. So much Aquarius energy here. Aquarius. Charging forward. The transit for Pluto, which is revolution, and it's a 20-year transit. It's the 19th, which is in a couple of days. It's revolutionary energy. Being held back, and now it's go time. Yeah, Eight of Cups, walking away. That is Saturn in Pisces, which at the moment, Saturn is retrograde. So a looking back spiritually on all the lessons that we've learnt over the last, however long, 20 years, I want to say, 7 years. And are moving away from it. The Eight of Cups, Saturn in Pisces. But tomorrow, the 15th, the full moon, Saturn goes stationary, which is a big aha moment. And I think it's specifically, I want to say, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries are the ones that will get the biggest downloads of the, now I get it. I know where that puzzle piece goes. And it's to move you forward, to align you with this soul task. Death and rebirth is what I wanted, is what it cut on. And underneath, Five of Cups, walking away from the things that haven't served you on a spiritual level into your soul task. Well, actually, that's not true. Because 3 cups down is heartbreak. It's emotions, it's things that are broken, it's turmoil, it's angst. I think we had the Knight of Swords underneath. The things that didn't serve you, when in actual reality, they were the things that served you and realigned you. You had to go through that in order to have, or to implement, or to start, or maybe you've already gone through it, a spiritual awakening. Okay, let's have a look. A Moon Oracle card. There we go. The moon waxes, inspiring the persistence of luminous dreams. Potentially going to get some dream messages through the next week, coming days, week. Make sure you're taking the time, and this is a reminder for myself as well, taking the time to get in a full night's sleep. Make yourself a cup of chamomile tea. Turn all of your devices off. This is my Nodes of Destiny deck. South Node in the 9th house, which is Sagittarius. If your South Node is hosting a bash in the 9th house, you might be clinging to your beliefs like they are engraved in stone. But hey, shaking things up with diverse viewpoints could unlock a brand new chapter in your life. This celestial hangout is where we unwind, find our zen, and release the old to make room for the future. Now, when I was saying, now Sagittarius is the explorer, but what I was saying before was those people spiritually that will rise over the next 20 years, those people are not... They are the humblest of people. And maybe in your mind, South Node is what you are releasing. Maybe in your mind, you have this, I've been reading books of old legends and the myths. You have this preconceived notion of what a spiritual leader looks like. King Arthur was a legend, a myth. That song, The Weight. He's talking about all the people in the Bible Belt in America who are trying to be saints, pushing too hard to be, I want to say Oz the Great and Powerful. Gee, that's a great metaphor for this. Pushing too hard to be Oz the Great and Powerful, the Wizard of Oz. When the reality is that in that movie, the people that held the most power were the Lion, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and Dorothy. All people from humble beginnings. Okay, let's get a song. See if there's anything else. Pull that out of there. Dancing with a Stranger. When songs come out, it's not necessarily the lyrics. Sam Smith. I want to say here that who you are meant to become as part of your soul task, clinging to your beliefs like they are engraved in stone. You're not going to know who you are. As in, it's been hidden in plain sight to you as well. You're unaware. You're a stranger as to who you are meant to become. That's interesting. Okay, let's have a look here. This is my love messages deck. If you're aligning with a soulmate, some messages might come out. If it is just aligning within yourself as part of your soul task. Now, I would say that within a soulmate connection, each person has to individually go on their own journey before they can come together and align for a joint soul task. And that goes platonic and romantic soulmates. People have to have gone through a certain amount of lessons, checkpoints along the way before they then converge together. Okay, let's get some cards. Otherwise, it's messages from your higher self. What have we got there? I know exactly how you feel when you look at me with those eyes. Be clear. Tell me what you want. Now, just take these as they resonate. I want a family with you. You inspire me. That's people as part of your, as you align on your soul task, you will also align with people that are meant to be within your soul family. So it might be people you already know or people that you are about to meet as part of this soul task that you have. All these soulmates kind of aligning. I need more clarity. I have never forgotten you. People that you've done this with before in previous lifetimes. I'm wrapping up another connection. And please have faith. Mirroring. I think a whole group of people that are actually collectively on this same journey. Let's get some Scrabble tiles. Your first, middle, last initial. Potentially the initials of soulmates, platonic, romantic, that are coming towards you. We've got an L and a 1. An E and a 1, a G and a 2, a H and a 4, a P and a 3. And I was just thinking that came out in a reading the other day. Upside down though, P and a 3. Look at that. N and a 1, an S and a 1. You're about to get some illumination, the sun. A C and a 3, a Y and a 4, an M and a 3, a T and a 1, a V and a 4, a D and a 2, an X and an 8, and finally an F. Now that is an upside down F. I'm going to put that there. An F and a 4. That is a rune symbol. If you know what it is, let me know. Okay, let's get you 3 final cards. What else do we want to know about this journey that you're on to unearthing your soul contract? Death and rebirth on the bottom. It's a new beginning for you. That's Scorpio, which is Pluto. Pluto in Aquarius. Nine of Pentacles, freedom. Mother Mary energy there. Very, very spiritual soul task that you're on. Now, this is an older deck. This is one of my it's one of my test decks. So some of the imagery in it, I had to correct. You can see on that card, the top of that drawing is actually dark, but it plays because we have the Death card on the bottom. Night and day is what I want to say. It's the Nine of Pentacles is freedom. It's Venus in Virgo. There's a big change coming. Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is Mars in Capricorn. Two of Pentacles is your legacy, where you're going to build. Jupiter in Capricorn. And maybe it's been a little, your soul task, your legacy, your spiritual legacy before you leave this earthly plane. Maybe it's been a little unclear to you, but you're about to get illumination. And what will happen there is Mars in Capricorn. Mars is fire. Mars is the Emperor. It's charging forward. I now know what I'm meant to do, where I'm meant to build. What else? Yeah. Look at that. Two of Pentacles, Jupiter in Capricorn. I now know where I'm meant to build. Night and day. I now know where I'm meant to build because Nine of Pentacles is Saturn in Capricorn. I've learned all the karmic lessons that I'm meant to learn in order to get all the puzzle pieces together so that I can charge forward. Oh, and on the bottom we've got the Ace of Cups. Now that was the story. The Ace of Cups, the Samaritan woman at the well. Spiritual water, spiritual wisdom. John 4:14, spiritual wisdom that you are now meant to share as part of your soul task that you have. The contract that you have with the man upstairs as part of this collective awakening as we go into, in a few days' time, the Pluto in Aquarius transit. That's really beautiful. So if this reading resonated with you, give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. I do post regularly. If you are called to any of my tarot or oracle decks, the links to those can be found in the description box. I will also list those songs in the description box. There might be more messages for you in the lyrics or the music videos of that song. What I will also say is oftentimes there's messages in the backstory of the song. So if you're called to a song, and it's potentially maybe this one, because this one didn't give me a lot of information. Have a look at what was happening to the artist at the time that song came out. Potentially, if that song is attached to a movie. Songs are not just, is the word linear. It's not just surface information. You actually have to dig a little deeper. So that's where I'm going to leave it. All the best on your journey. All the best on connecting with your soul task, connecting with your soulmate, your soul family. And I will see you again in another reading.